Hi there, I'm Katy Rose, and welcome to The Rooted Reinvention, a podcast exploring the real-world journey of reinventing who we are without burning out or burning our whole life down. I teach people how to make lasting change by melding my Masters of Neuroscience and my Cognitive Therapy qualification with common self-help tools, spiritual concepts, and my personal experience. Because being yourself doesn't need to feel so damn hard. To get more information on podcast episodes, please visit rootedreinvention.com/podcast. Welcome back. I've mentioned in a few previous episodes, all of which I will link in the show notes, about problem solving. And for those of you who know me, you also know that I am a writer. And that therefore creativity is something, certainly in my younger days, that I used to talk a lot about and kind of explore in my own experience. And I've noticed lately that there's something about being creative but not artistic in sort of the memes going around and in my circle of friends and people I've been supporting. This idea of, I'm not creative because I don't paint, or I'm not creative because I don't write, I don't sew like you do, I'm not a knitter, I don't art and craft, and therefore I'm not creative. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of reassure people of is that humans are innately creative, because creativity at its core is about problem solving. So if you are faced in the morning with an empty milk bottle in your fridge, you will problem solve. You will have dry cereal by itself, you will skip breakfast, you will buy milk, you will use that soy milk, UHT milk that's been back of the cupboard for emergencies only, you'll make yourself some toast, you'll try that banana flavoured milkshake instead of milk. By the way, that does not work. Tried that on Shreddies once. Not worth it. But this is naturally what humans do. When we are faced with a door and we can't get through it, we look at the keyhole. We then check our pockets. We then work out where we last left the key, and where we might have had it last, and where it is now. This is creativity. This is exactly the muscle that we use when we are writing novels, when we are painting, when we are drawing, when we are making clay models out of things, when we are sticking down washi tape onto paper. That is the nature of creativity. Creativity is the act of joining the dots between things, of finding the themes and working out what's next in the pattern. Creativity is, in essence, a formula that we follow. And it's one that in some situations we've been taught how to apply it. And in others, we're left to figure it out. So most people, if I said, there's no milk in the fridge and you were planning to have cereal, would come up with one of those 4 options. If I said, what are the options? They'd go, I could go without, I could try it without milk, I could try it with water, something like that. I could have toast instead. They could come up with something to solve that problem. Now, one of the reasons I'm talking about this today is because we are coming up to a year of the coronavirus having impacted most of our lives. And I've noticed a lot of people talking about how, of all the things that have affected them personally, the hardest thing has been what it's done to their creativity. Whether that's writing something, whether that's coming up with a little poem to put in someone's card, whether it's putting together a piece of furniture that they're trying to make. For me, it's even just trying to cut flaps out of cardboard boxes so that my cats have something new to play with. anything and everything that we can call creative, I think has been a bit of a strain this year or in the last year. Because, again, creativity is problem solving, and our daily life right now is requiring so much damn problem solving that it makes sense that we might be running low on it at times. It makes sense that we're not able to be bored, which is where I find creativity tends to be at its most potent. You know, we can't just sit back and stare at the clouds and wait to see what our brain makes the clouds into, you know, bunny rabbits and whatever else, what other shapes you make them into. Because, well, for one, some of us can't go outside, we're still in a national lockdown. And it's really frustrating. And having that frustration about creativity doesn't help with creativity. If you've ever tried to problem solve anything in an emergency situation, you'll likely find that once things have calmed down and your brain has settled and the endorphins have dropped, that you're able to see solutions that look really obvious now, but didn't at the time. So we know that when we are stressed as human beings, we are not at our most creative. And I think it's just important to remember that that's okay. It's okay to be struggling with creativity at the moment. Whether that is that your children want to go to school and you're trying to come up with creative ways to keep them entertained, whether that is you're trying to finish a novel on a deadline for your publisher, whether that is you've put the washing on and realised that there's one white top in with all the blacks, and you're trying to think, what do you do with this situation? Like, creativity is something that we all do naturally in our lives. And it's something that without it, a lot of us struggle with. And I just wanted to say that that's okay. Like, it's okay to feel like this is an outlet for us. This is how our brains work. It's how we process the world. And if it feels a bit strained at the moment, that's okay. I'm trying to take the sort of snippets of inspiration where I can. I've got a little document on my phone where I just literally record like 1-sentence thoughts of inspiration. And it's frustrating that I haven't been able to flesh them out. Part of the reason I started the podcast is because I can't write the articles that I want to write as fleshed out and with all of the links and all of the connections I want to, because my brain just isn't at that level of functioning right now. But I can say the core themes of what I'd like to be sharing with people and hopefully help people with into a microphone for 10 minutes a week. So if you are struggling with creativity, with problem solving, if you are feeling that, oh my goodness, we've got this bill going in and this bill coming out and I can't make this work, I just want to let you know that you can be easy on yourself, because this is currently part of being human, and there's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. I hope that you are all safe and well and looking after yourselves as much as possible, and remembering that there is nothing wrong with you, because we are all creative beings who are all currently in suboptimal environment to create. But we're all here together. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you again next week. Bye. Thanks for listening, and as always, you can find out more at rootedreinvention.com. Take care, remember you are more capable than you often realise, and I'll see you next time. Bye.